Hello, everyone. What is going on? And welcome to the TNT podcast.
Yo.
Episode 3, the fourth one. I'm just gonna say that every time.
Nah, screw that. It's episode 3. That's it.
Fine.
Episode 3, where we all go dark side and none of us have the high ground.
Oh man, the memes are coming.
God, every time we don't even get into our names and we already just start on the dumb meme train.
It's the only train.
It's the meme train.
I love this train.
My name is
train.
Tim, a.k.a. Timpedia, and you're probably watching this on my channel because we still haven't uploaded anywhere else, and we probably won't at this rate.
I'm Andrew, otherwise known as Friedman, but also known here as the Weeb.
And I'm just going to keep going with this until I get another name, but my name is Tyler, just Tyler.
Just Tyler.
Just Tyler.
Just Tyler.
All right, well, let's not waste any time, boys, because you guys got the first topic ready to rock.
Yeah, this is a good one. This one's nice and fresh.
Happy birthday, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
So the first anniversary event just started yesterday, and it's just a shit ton of loot crate objects, skins, dances, voice lines.
Yeah.
Nani?
Dances.
Nani?
Jesus.
Like there's a lot of stuff, and like everyone got at least 2 voice lines. Everyone got a dance.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that they put
A bunch
in
of characters
boxes.
who didn't have good skins for a while got good ones. Hanzo got a sick one. Zarya got a sick one.
Genji skin?
Oh my
the
god,
Genji skin is
he's
so
the Green Power
anime.
Ranger.
Yes.
It's so good.
Amazing, dude.
They just keep giving him great skins.
And the worst part is I don't even play Genji.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
either.
play Genji, but man, I love his skins. His skins are
The best. It gets like weebier with each release. First you have like Japan Genji, then Blackwatch has like the cool cyborg ninja Raiden from Metal Gear look to it, and then they drop the Super Sentai Green Power Ranger Genji.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, the Apex, I need this. I need this. I don't even play Genji, but I need this.
So how much money
Yeah.
have you guys put into loot boxes?
All right, so every time there's an event, I always just drop 20 right out of the gate because the loot boxes scale so that way. Like it starts off like a $2 or no, sorry, $1 box, but then if you put in $20, you get 25. I don't remember how it scales past that, but I always throw it on 20. So I think this is like the 5th event. So I think I spent 100 on it since it came out,
That's fair.
or something like that.
I think that's completely fair. Like, you know, you spend so much time on a game, like, you know, you might as well just kick like a couple bucks to it. Though I've never spent an extra dime on Overwatch.
You don't really need to.
I've
It's all
played-
cosmetics.
Yeah.
I've played League for like 5 years, and I've put a few $100 into it, so it's basically Overwatch extrapolated over the years for League.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
completely justified. Like I think this event though, I will buy boxes. I think I'll buy like, I don't know, maybe $5-10 in boxes. Like, cause there's like a bunch of stuff that I do want. I do play the game a lot, so I feel.
Yeah, you get some bang out of it. The only
Yeah.
problem I've got so far is like all the good shit is at rare or higher, so it's really annoying.
Yeah, a lot of my friends, like I've gone through as of before I gotten here to record, I got at least maybe 7-8 boxes since yesterday, which is a lot. Just through playing, and I haven't gotten anything over a rare. I think I got one purple. I got one epic, and it was already a highlight intro, I think.
Oh, I got lucky. I got the May dance that's from the anime, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh man,
It was fate.
It was fate. It was
Fated to
fate.
get the anime dance.
Yeah, right.
I really want, but I have 6,000 gold to spend. If I
So
don't
you
get
could
everything
at least
I
get
want.
like 2 good skins by the end of it.
Yeah, two skins.
Now, wait, do you mean gold to buy a specific skin or to buy boxes?
No, to buy specific skins.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you can buy like
Genuinely
stuff
did not know you
individually.
could buy individual things.
Yeah,
they
it's
kind of
like-
rolled the same system out to Heroes of the Storm a couple weeks ago, where like if you don't get what you want enough, they just give you enough credits from duplicates, so you just buy what you want.
Yeah, which is what Overwatch does, which is good. I think all games that have stuff like that should have that.
Oh, I
League-
like it. I just think the event legendaries cost way too much.
Yeah, oh my gosh,
It's
right?
ridiculous.
3,000, right? And it takes you. Now, to remind you, like it's like almost every other game, right? Like it takes you like a decent amount of time to get currency. So like you're saving up for almost ever to buy. Actually, I think the 6,000 I haven't spent it. I haven't spent this gold since the Christmas event.
Good 5
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, like, well, I granted, like, there was a couple of times where, like, I stopped playing because, you know, like, I was starting to play Horizon, like, off and on. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't been playing this game as often, but, like, yeah, I haven't spent money since the Christmas event, really. At least, like, any gold.
I think the last one, yeah, I bought the Mace skin. I think that was the last one I purchased using gold. The Santa hat
I was fortunate the Chinese New Year event. I got all the stuff that I wanted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck it, I can. I think, yeah, there was one skin I wanted, the Roadhog skin, but I was like,
pig.
you know what? I'm gonna save my gold. You know, I was like, I can do without one of the skins that I want, which I'm glad because now I can buy
It was a good
two of these
decision.
dope ass skins if I don't get any of them. So yeah,
So, yeah, we'll
the
probably
only
be
thing
playing that
I
throughout
wish-
the week.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be one of the things I'm playing. The only thing I wish that I wish they had another single player event. I know it takes time to like build up these like missions, these co-op missions,
Yeah.
and like other things, but I kind of wish they added a new one.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Like there's nothing special to be doing. There's just like a new reward out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no new modes or anything. It's just skins and stuff.
No, surprisingly,
No.
I
They added some
figured-
new maps for the they call it arcade.
Yeah, the
It's like the custom maps,
3v3. Yeah, the 3v3 maps.
But that's
which
Yeah.
is pretty cool.
like just
That's not real
not-
content.
that's not
Yeah.
That's like
It's
in
not like
League
the
when
Lucio
when they
soccer or whatever.
that's like in League when they have side maps. It's like 90% of gameplay still takes place on the 5v5 map.
Yeah, basically.
It's like that's just not the side stuff is kind of niche. But I guess is that it? Like there's just it's
Basically,
cool
it's
skins?
Basically
we need some
cool-ass
skins and we got to play
skins.
more to get some cool skins, so we
Okay.
can play more with our cool skins.
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
Overwatch.
Yeah, and then just playing Total Mayhem, and then playing as Zarya.
Oh my god, it's so good, so much fun.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, we can
well
go to
then,
the next one.
I guess we'll go on to the news that me and Freeman can talk about, and then we have a me
Yeah.
and Tyler news, which is hilarious. Or,
Oh,
no,
God.
Freeman probably pressed through, but this. So as no, I don't think we mentioned it last week. I don't think the news was out, but I told Freeman like last week, oh, there's going to be a commander ban list for Magic Online update, and I thought it was on Tuesday, but it was actually today.
I'd completely forgot about it going today. I was like really confused when I saw your text today about the ban list update.
Yeah, no, it's because they're so Tyler. We talked about this in like the first week, but they started
Yeah.
doing these 1v1 leagues for Commander on Magic
Right.
Online.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that.
And they announced even at the start, they're like, look, we get that this is a brand new thing. This is really this is a really different kind of competitive format. So we're going to have a lot of ban list updates. And lo and behold, we're like a month in, and here's the first ban list update. And
It's like barely a month in.
so I think they're trying to take it slow. So they only banned 3 cards. They didn't
Was it
unban anything. They banned
It
Dig
was
Through
Strip
Time,
Mine.
Strip Mine, and Treasure Cruise.
Big
So-
surprise on those 3.
As Reddit pointed out, Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise are now banned in every single format except for multiplayer Commander and Paper, and restricted in Vintage, so that too. And Strip Mine is way too easy to have a lock in is just such a lock. Like the strip lock is even
It's
worse
too
in
good.
Commander. Even though, so I've been watching Rich Shea, who's one of the, I guess online at least, he's like a big vintage, and he's one of the guys who it does the vintage daily every day and plays legacy and vintage all the time, and he's super high level at the game. It's really awesome to watch, and he's been doing a lot of Commander. You run across so few non-blue decks. It's
honestly ridiculous.
it's like Tassiger and Baral are running the format. And JVP, little baby Jace. And then there's a few
Literal actual
mono,
baby Jace.
then there's a few green decks. Apparently Nissa's pretty good, and Gitrog is a beast, which is probably part of why the Strip
That's
Mine
probably why
thing.
Strip Mine came out. Being able to play
came
that
in.
every turn with land
But-
recursion.
But honestly, he wasn't that bad considering Strip Mine is the only thing that destroys basic islands, and Baral is like noticeably the top of the chain right now because his ability is just so busted. Having Goblin Electromancer on a command stick and a loot
Plus
effect
the
on
loot
counters,
effect. Oh my god.
he's super busted. Plus the polymorph stuff. Have you seen this?
Yeah, where you polymorph him into Emrakul.
Yeah, because Emrakul, the
ridiculous.
Aeon's Torn is for some reason legal in this format. So why not?
Oh wait,
cheat out
that one's.
on
I
Emrakul?
thought he was cheating out the other one. I didn't even check which
No,
Emrakul.
both
Emrakuls.
Emrakuls are legal in this format.
Damn.
So people usually cheat out Aeon's Torn because unless you can somehow remove her before the next turn, they just annihilate
it's a
her
one-turn
6.
clock, basically.
Yeah, like you don't get on any of the bonuses, but you just turn Baral. Like you turn 2 Baral into turn 3 Polymorph is basically a turn 4 kill.
It's absurd.
It's busted, but supposedly Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, which are busted cards in 1v1, supposedly banning them is going to help cut down on blue decks, but honestly, I don't feel like that's enough.
I feel like it's not enough.
I feel like you really, with those, could have banned Baral as a commander.
I feel like the problem is, a lot of people are talking about this, is the fact that it's a 1v1 format where you have 30 life.
Yeah.
And because you don't have to worry about aggressive red decks as much,
Yeah.
it kind of favors control.
Yeah, it's really a war between green ramping so hard that you just outpace the blue deck and they can't have enough counters, or the blue deck just controls the game until they can polymorph Baral, or they've honestly just locked you out so hard that like Baral gets in for 15 damage over 15 turns because you just can't do anything. It's
is that what
pretty-
the commander damage count is in this format? Or do they not have commander?
No. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Like, that's
All
just
right.
a general ballpark. Because by the time you
Yeah.
get to 15, they're like, I'm just done. I can't take this nonsense anymore.
Yeah, basically.
Honestly, I wish they'd cut a little deeper. But the problem is, unless you ban, like, Baral, JVP, and Tassiger, and someone else will just find a new blue commander.
Yeah, because you can't just start going around just banning random blue cards just because they make these blue commanders good.
Yeah, like, honestly, it's like, I mean, if you look at, like, Vintage and Legacy, they are both held together by Force of Will, which is a blue card. Like,
Yeah.
blue is the answer color in old Magic, and watching 1v1 Commander, it's basically, I think at the MTG Goldfish podcast, they said it best, Turbo Legacy.
Basically.
Because
Turbo.
because having these blue commanders who are just so good all the time, like turn 2, even Tassiger you can get out on like turn 2, or you could get JVP or Baral out on turn 2, and if you're on the play, unless they have Force Spike or Force of Will.
Wait, I'm trying to remember.
Or Daze.
Tasker's black 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Delve.
get that turn 2 pretty easily.
Yeah, all you need to do is turn 1 Thought Scour,
Or you
turn
just like
fetch land,
anything.
Thought Scour, turn 2, boom, Tassiger's on the field. Like,
Yeah.
it's so strong. And unless you have a Force of Will, Daze, or Force Spike, if you're on the play, or on the draw, you like can't do anything. So
So
it's
is it
a
like
little
pressing
annoying.
the turbo button on your controller?
kind of like you just
Basically, except it's a blue turbo button.
like if you've seen my Dynavolt
Shit.
Tower fun deck, like Baral makes all your spells cheaper
Yeah,
by
Baral-
1.
Baral
So-
really holds it together.
Yeah, like it makes your counter like because there's busted counter spells from across Magic's history, or like situational ones that are like a blue and 1 mana, and then Baral makes them 1 blue mana.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And it's just like you can't get out from that oppressive counter. And Baral drawing you a card, like looting away dead lands or something.
Yeah, the filtering is amazing on it. It keeps you with counters in hand.
It's just too much. But anyway, that's we'll have to see how it is. I'm hoping Mr. Rich Shea streams tonight or tomorrow so I can watch him try to see how it goes, but I'm not expecting much, honestly. I don't feel like this is cutting deep enough to slow blue down. I feel like they almost need to lower the life totals to maybe 25 or 20 to give those Zergo decks a bit of a resurgence because those Zergo decks were kind of like they seem like they were a flash in the pants and then they're just gone already. Like it's just blue.
I'm wondering why they decided to have it at 30 because like I understand it's 40
French commander.
Oh, that's what French commander
I'm
uses.
pretty sure French is 30.
Which is it Italian that uses 20?
One
of them uses 20.
Honestly, I don't know. I've only ever followed the dual commander, aka French list, because those Banlist changes hit the front page of the Magic Reddit.
It was probably Italian. 'Cause I remember there was a post before about how they changed something about it, and suddenly Lightning Bolt was relevant again.
Honestly, I figure in 1v1 it should be at 20.
Probably.
Because the only reason it's 40 is because multiplayer is such a different environment.
Basically.
But in 1v1, the 30 life total means blue gets even better because blue's always going to win the late game, except unless green lets you ramp like crazy. And prime time is legal in the format, so...
Oh my goodness.
Like, if
What a
like
good
I
card.
watched Rich Shea, one stream he did of Commander, he played Gitrog, and he was getting prime time out in like turn 4. And it's like, what do? You're just so
jeez.
far ahead on
You're kind of
mana.
just locked out of the game at that point.
You just go get strip mine and then play a land because of Gitrog, and it's like, well, I guess I'm just dead because you can play giant stuff and you're destroying my mana at the same freaking time. So,
Yep.
Damn.
all right. Anyway, we'll have to see how it shakes out. Maybe next week we'll have an update or something, because we got to always talk about Magic.
Basically,
Oh,
there's got to be something
Oh
new.
my God, I totally forgot. This isn't on the docket, but in Magic news, so I think I've talked before about how there's, you guys know how there's this Hasbro convention coming up.
Oh, HasCon?
So,
HasCon.
Tyler,
What a
you
name.
probably don't know anything about this, which is fine. So, Magic's 25th anniversary is next year,
Oh wow.
and Hasbro is selling tickets for their convention for $150, but for $625, you can get VIP passes, and one of those is a Magic the Gathering VIP pass that gives you a whole bunch of stuff that's not worth the $625 at all.
Well, yeah.
You can do like a bunch of drafts and stuff, and you get some cool cards. But they're also doing 3 silver bordered crossover cards.
I saw this, like the fake card.
There's going to be like so there's probably going to be like a Transformers card, a Monopoly
It's like
card,
a crossover
like
with other Hasbro intellectual properties.
Yeah, they're not legal or anything, but they're going to be
It's just a
vanity cards
cool
for other
collectible card.
Hasbro stuff. But it's interesting because I think that's got to be coming up this summer or sometime in the near future, right? Isn't it?
I want to say it's in the fall.
I want to say it's before Ixalan.
Was it? I thought wasn't HasCon when they were having Iconic Masters, or is that a different?
I don't remember.
I'm actually
Anyway,
doing that.
all I know is those.
It's in
8th through
September.
the 10th, it says.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's
In Rhode
that's around.
Island.
That's
Ugh.
yeah.
I
Well,
don't
it's
wanna go
honestly it's closer to us than Seattle, which is where Wizards is located.
Yeah, right.
True.
But we're not gonna go. None of us can afford that, and that's fine.
What do you mean? Just dump
yeah,
all
I
the money into it, man.
I just wanted to throw that out because they announced that insane. Let me
Yo,
pull
guys,
up.
super fan Dungeons and Dragons 3-day they got going on. That's another one that they're doing.
Let me pull up this
I'm
this
just looking at
ticket
the headliner on
information.
Wikipedia.
So here's
including
the Magic the
Transformers,
Gathering.
G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic,
Bruh.
and Magic the Gathering.
So here's the
Bruh.
thing. So Tyler, I'm gonna list off for you and everyone at home. Here's the Magic the Gathering super fan $624 ticket.
Oh snap!
General
already.
admission to HasCon. 2 entries into the Iconic Masters Advanced Release event. So it is before Iconic, which is not much. 3 HasCon exclusive promo cards featuring a mashup of Magic the Gathering and 3 Hasbro brands. 1 entry into the 25th anniversary party featuring preview cards for Ixalan. A goodie bag including 6 booster packs, Ultra Pro merchandise, HasCon merchandise, and more. Entry to 1 VIP-only autograph session with Mark Rosewater, Alexi Bricklot, Tyler Jacobson, and more, who I don't know the last 2 guys are. Access to the VIP lounge. Reserved seat for the 25th anniversary panel. Access to special VIP early lineup for panels. And a guaranteed reserved main panel seat. So honestly, it's just if you're going to go to all the Magic panels and you want to get into the draft.
Basically.
That's all that you really care about.
I've
'Cause
seen
those-
videos of
Sounds
some of
like
like
you
the.
get to meet some people who like.
I mean, Mark
work on the
Rosewater,
game,
I would want to
too.
say hi to him, but like,
Oh, definitely.
I honestly don't know who the other 2 guys are. I'm sure they're important for Magic, but I only know Morrow, and I know Sam, Sam something. He's the guy who runs development, and then there's Matt Tabak, who's the rules guy, and those are the 3 people I know who relate to Magic.
I would definitely go just to go to any of the panels. I mean, I remember the year that they showed off the fetch lands in Khans of Tarkir. That room was like, they were
Popping off.
exploding. They were going crazy when they revealed those. So like, I would love to be at one of those panels, just screaming at Magic cards on screen when they reveal them.
I mean, I remember watching for PAX last year when they did the reveal of Kaladesh stuff. I was like, this is so awesome, Kaladesh. Anyway, we can get off Magic for now.
Looking
this
at
is
this D&D one.
Tyler,
like,
I remember when I told you this next news story.
oh my God, no!
And you were like, "This hurts, dude. This
hurts physically."
So apparently, the Resident Evil movie franchise, which just ended earlier this year, is now getting rebooted with a new group. Yeah, and they're gonna make.
I don't care, man. I'm free from my curse.
Apparently, they are planning on making 6 movies already.
Jeez.
Even though the first one has barely even entered production.
They barely met their freaking quota for these movies, though, which is
See, you say that, but these
astounding.
movies make a ton of money. Like that, apparently,
on.
off
I
like
gotta
a-
Like, they
look
don't
this
need to make a
up.
lot, but it is
No.
like guaranteed profit for the studios. Like,
Yeah,
they're gonna pump them out until they
apparently-
stop making money.
no joke. Apparently, the last movie I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they said this.
Oh, stop it! Did a lot.
The last movie
God.
cost $40 million to make, and they earned 300-something million just internationally.
Yep,
Oh my
I see
God.
that now. I see that now.
Like, why they print money? They don't even have to put that much effort in, and they can just boom money.
They're,
Sounds like a cash
and I'll
cow.
tell you, I went and saw that movie because I was still in my prison, and man, oh man, it was bad. Jorah was bad.
So my dad actually loves those movies, and I think they're
Oh,
fun to
no.
watch as like a dumb popcorn thing. But they are certainly not like high entertainment movies.
They're not by any means, especially like, even though it was so early, right, in the second movie when they had Mike freaking Epps, like this comedian on, I'm like, yeah, well, they're not taking this movie serious anymore, and it just kept snowballing into that. There's so many bad things.
Yeah, there's no word on who's going to star in it or direct in it. It's obviously not Mila Jovovich and Paula Anderson.
Yeah, I remember what movie was it? I think it was whatever movie that came out alongside 5 or like a couple months after 5. There was one fight scene, right? One fight scene in Resident Evil 5 where it had Jill and Chris fight Wesker, right? And it's like, okay, like this fight's kind of cool. In the movie that came out, literally almost hit for hit, move for move, was the same fight scene
I mean,
in Resident Evil 5.
Wait,
Except
really?
you swap out
Oh,
Shava. It was Shava and Chris. Yeah, so you swap out Shava because
Yeah.
it doesn't exist in the movie verse with
So I'm
Claire,
rereading-
Chris's brother, and it's like if you put literally the fight scenes side by side, they are the exact same. And me and my buddy, who I played literally all of the whole franchise with, we're both watching this scene, and we're like, "What is this?" They didn't even put any thought or originality into this part. They
So
literally
can I just say
ripped
I'm
it from
rereading the
game.
IGN article that is where I got this from, and they say that Paul
That's how good
W.S.
the Resident
Anderson
Evil movies
can't
are.
work on it
in my
because
So
eyes.
good
he's
that other
working
people are
on the
ripping
Monster
fight scenes
Hunter
off.
movie for Capcom.
Yeah, pretty much. At least that was the one thing. That was like the one thing like I saw them like completely rip. And I don't know, like the movies just aren't memorable. And I guess Tim brought it up. Like they make a lot of money, I guess.
I mean, it's like
guess they're just
Transformers.
gonna
Everyone
keep
bashes
making
on them, but
This
someone
makes
must
me-
like them.
Yeah, it's here to stay, whether we like it or not. There's going to be a new Resident Evil movie coming out for a while.
Which is dumb because I bet they're probably following the franchise. Like, oh, they like did like a soft reboot of the franchise. Let's do a
Let's do it
soft
with the
reboot
movies.
of the movie verse. Like, no, get the hell out of here. No. No one wants this. People think they want this, but they. I feel like a lot of those people that saw Final Chapter and all the ones before that, I feel like there are people that were just like me, or at least I like to believe, right? They saw them just because they felt like they had an obligation because they've been watching the movies since they've come out, just like Fast and the Furious, right?
Oh,
So I
you got to
haven't
see
seen
the next
8.
one because you've seen the last 7 of them.
Exactly. You know what I found out? You know what it dawned on me last week, and all the listeners can think I'm stupid because I am. I was walking past, and mind you, I see this poster like almost every day at work, right? So like listeners, I work as a security officer to pay the bills, and like so one of the places I pass is this movie theater, and I always look at the posters to see like, okay, is there something I missed? Is there something like I didn't hear that's coming out this week? And I'm
Oh,
looking at the
no.
Fast and Furious 8 poster for like weeks, and it's still up there. And then last week, I just realized, because it says F8 on it, and it says like the title is Fate of the Furious. I just realized that F8.
Did you
get it?
wait? You
Fate,
just oh no.
Fate of the
You're-
Furious Fast 8. I almost died inside.
You're tardy to the party here, Tyler.
I just, God, I can't anymore. Like, what's happening? What's happening?
All right, I think that's
Yeah,
enough of
Tyler doesn't
That's
want to
enough.
suffer through
Series
this
that go
I'm
on.
anymore.
gonna have
too
an
long.
aneurysm.
Freeman, this is
Oh
this
man,
is
what's
kind of
next?
quick.
What do we got next?
Oh,
All
this
right,
is-
so
This is
this
actually
fresh
fresh.
and
Cure me.
spicy.
Came out like a.
This'll cure me, and it is
You want-
fresh and spicy. This Game of Thrones trailer though.
The trailer dropped today. They don't show off anything particular, but I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good. There's a speech. There's cuts of fights. There's characters' faces. There's a war. It's looking good. I'm very excited
Same.
for Game of Thrones season 7.
Same.
One thing I'm not excited about though is I think it's like Verizon acquired Time Warner, who owns like majority stake in HBO. The CEO said, I think mobile users would prefer if Game of Thrones was
Oh my
broken down into
God.
20-minute episodes.
I actually did just.
And
I
I
didn't
saw
hear
this
that.
article, and I was so
when I
mad
was-
reading this article.
When I
I'm
was
like,
on
they have no
IGN
idea what they're doing here. They're
trying
going to
to
ruin
find.
this show.
So that means we're just gonna have
Yep.
3 times as many episodes, right?
I don't know if it was they wanted to have 20-minute episodes. Or they wanted like have the episodes directed in such a way that the hour-long episode has like 3 very clear-cut breaks where they can split it up and jam commercials on you because you're a mobile viewer.
Time Warner is like the devil, though.
Yeah, I hate them.
Time Warner
They
is
are awful.
the devil. Next to who is it? Who am I thinking of? Comcast. Wait, is Comcast part of Time Warner?
No, I want to say they're like one and the same.
I don't remember
It's
how.
both
they all
equally
go together
shitty.
anymore.
Oh man, who am I
Whatever.
saying? ISPs and cable service providers, anything that like kind of gives us, they're the devil. They're basically the devil.
Yeah, they are pretty shitty.
I did have. I told you guys, right? I think I even talked about it on the podcast Cox. It's gonna sound really weird, but so I used to
what is
live in
this?
Arizona, listeners, and we had this internet service provider called Cox. If you live out there, you'll probably know about it. Yeah, I love Cox. It was great. Yeah, you heard what I said. I love Cox. They had like the best customer service. It was great. Like I didn't like the was it the mandatory updates. Like they had like downtime, like almost it's like once or twice every week for like maintenance, and it was like 1:00 in the morning. It was like preem, like So me and my roommate were like doing stuff, like we're like playing. Like he's playing.
Oh,
League
it's
of
like
Legends or
Netflix
something.
video game time.
Yes, exactly. And so it would just go down, and we're just like, what the hell? But every time like something was up with our service, they were so quick to get it fixed. They always have someone come out like real quick and fix it, sometimes free of charge. And we're like, holy cow! Like I never got this back home with Optimum. Like
Yeah.
Optimum sucks. I really don't like Optimum.
Oh,
I
dude, they
told
have
you
like
about.
random outages. I switched off them after like a year or so.
Yeah, I kind of want Verizon. Verizon Fios
They're pretty
seems
solid.
good.
They're
Yeah.
on strike right now.
Oh shit.
I don't agree with them as a company, but I like the service they're providing right now.
But before
Yeah,
we're
that's
getting
the-
completely off
That's
topic
the
of Game of
problem.
Thrones,
It's like McDonald's. They're like
God.
slaughtering just like the smallest of cows and like pumping them full of crap. But man,
That dollar menu though.
that dollar menu, especially Wendy's. I mean, I don't know what goes into Wendy's menu,
sea salt.
but like in their ingredients. But man, that 4 for $4 deal. Whew. And people
Can't
want to know
beat that,
why
man.
Americans are so overweight, man.
Oh
It's
my
all
god!
that healthy
All right,
shit's
Game of Thrones trailer came out.
expensive. Or at
I
least
didn't
the quick
watch it.
options are. The quick options, like you go to like
Oh my
Panera.
God. I didn't watch it. These two guys watched it
And
and
it's
say
like,
that
that's
there's
too
cool
expensive.
stuff.
Also, Tim's been too quiet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Tim's been disconnected or something.
Oh
so
my
Mentioned
God.
Wendy's 4 for 4. I didn't hear anything.
Can you get? Uh-oh.
Tim.
I'm just gonna.
Uh-oh.
I think something happened.
Huh.
Oh, and there he goes.
Oh,
This is
no, he
interesting
dropped.
Oh,
podcast.
no.
Oh shit! It's just the two of us doing the
Technical
cast.
difficulty
Oh,
should be fixed.
no.
Oh man, people are like
Oh,
only here for
man.
Tim. We're just like the side characters.
you guys hear
That's
me?
what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, now we can hear you.
So,
oh, no.
Not gonna lie, I was literally talking the whole time, and then I didn't touch anything, and apparently you guys just didn't hear me anymore. But the podcast was still recording, and I could still hear you guys. I was like, why are they talking over me? I'm trying to talk.
I was wondering.
Yeah, because the whole time, like, man, we dropped some pretty interesting things, and Tim hasn't
Oh, my
said
God.
a single word on them at all.
Oh, my
I'm
God. When you
surprised.
said Wendy's, I said, what's so good? You said, what's so weird about Wendy's? And I said, sea salt. And then I was like, let's
Sea
stop
salt.
talking about ISPs. Let's talk about Game of Thrones.
I went off a little too long on that.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, that's what we do. That's what you're
I don't know
supposed
what
to do.
happened.
It's fine.
All right.
ISPs suck, alright?
Oh, my God. Game of
As
Thrones
my
trailer.
internet gets
Anyway, Game of Thrones
freaking
trailer was
cut.
pretty hype. Go watch
Game
it.
of Thrones trailer came out. Freeman, you watched it. Tyler, did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
All right, I didn't watch it because I don't watch trailers unless I need to. So
We got hype for you.
that's fine. Look.
We'll bring the hype. Don't
I
worry.
told Freeman this, or I said this when I got on. I don't watch trailers unless I need to know if I should go see a thing. Like if I'm already gonna watch a thing, I don't watch trailers because I don't want to see anything. I want to see everything fresh when it comes out. I don't care if there was like a 5-frame shot of everybody. Like I don't want to see it.
That's fair.
All right,
I can
Freeman,
see that.
we'll let you off the leash.
All right,
Finish off
finally,
news.
we got the weeb corner. We got the anime
Yeah, it's
stuff.
back,
we
baby!
got what's becoming just me complaining about shit getting released in the United States. So, I don't know if you guys know about this. There's this one show
Wait.
that I haven't. What?
Freeman, I'm sorry, but I literally just opened Twitter on my phone real quick, and Rich Shea was gonna stream EDH in like 20 minutes
Oh my
ago. So I know what I'm gonna do later.
Oh, man. Oh,
Sorry,
no.
go ahead with your weeb.
Anyway, so the show that should have been the talk of the town, Little Witch Academia, which was done by the same studio who did Kill la Kill, formerly part of Gynex, who did Gurren Lagann. This show was supposed to be the hype of all hype. Everyone was getting excited for the release. And then the day the episode comes out, Netflix chimes and says, "Oh, we got rights to the series. We're going to release it when it's done airing in Japan. Except, outside the U.S., everyone can watch it." So all the people like me who are patiently waiting for like a legal way to watch a show are sitting here. And we've got 5 weeks left until it's done. It's a 26-episode show. So everyone's getting hyped like, oh, man, they're going to drop it all on the day it's over.
No.
And Netflix comes out and says, we're releasing the first 13 episodes. We don't know when the next 13 are coming out.
Wow.
So they make us wait 6 months to watch it, and they don't even release the whole thing.
But
And
why though?
I don't know, all right, so their market research is that people like binging, but they don't like binging too much. So 10 to 13 is the magic number. So they want to release this block so that everyone can go binge it in one weekend and then release the other one later when it's not
Crazy
right
as
after
it
the
is,
first
I can
one.
actually understand what they're talking about. But if you're gonna go for the binge, just release the whole thing.
But it's so shitty, and it's not this is clearly their decision. It's not a technical problem because they do weekly episode updates outside of the U.S. because those markets aren't as big on binging as we are.
Yeah.
But they're intentionally holding back on release to generate hype. But the problem is they've already killed most hype within the anime community. I don't know about you guys, but One Punch Man got so much fucking hype being a week-to-week release show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Like, it
watch
was-
shows live. I watched One Punch after Luigi said I should watch it after it was already totally done.
Luigi and I were watching it live, and the week-to-week discussions were the best part. I love that about week-to-week
I wish
anime.
I knew
And-
you guys when that show was out.
Oh my god.
I had no one to talk to about it, or almost no one to talk to. It was terrible. I was
One Punch.
I would watch
Oh,
it at
man.
work, and my other friends at work were like, "Oh hey, what anime you watch?" I'm like, "Yo, it's One Punch Man. You should check it out." And they're like, when I get a chance. They never got that chance.
I love
know-
recommending
I
it to
think-
coworkers just
Tyler,
because
I
you
think-
get that whole discussion about he wins in one punch. Doesn't that get boring?
They don't even know.
Tyler,
Yeah.
I think we told you about it, but at New Year's, one of the things that because when everyone was passed out drunk and the girls were in the bathroom being sick, me,
my God.
Freeman, and Ryan turned on Ed's Chromecast and started just streaming stuff to the TV. And one of the things that came up was Ryan put on the One Punch Man theme.
Beautiful.
And we were all singing. The three of us were singing along while everyone else was drunk and passed out.
It was so good. So much weebiness in that room. It was great.
I was getting so much more into it than even than Friedman and Ryan both were, but they'd both been drinking, so they were a little out of it.
Yeah, it was New Year's.
Man, I didn't even get any cool stories that night. All I got was someone locked me in a room. It was terrible. That's all I got. I thought I was oh man, I'm gonna get some cool fights tonight. Get some really fun drunk people.
Oh my god!
No, I just get locked in a room with this Russian couple and almost
Damn.
sold into sex slavery. Man, it was scary.
See, that
All
sounds like
right.
an actual story.
Tyler.
No, it's not.
Not Tyler. Freeman.
All right.
What is your other quick story?
All right, so I'll wrap this up real quick. If any of you are like me and are watching Attack on Titan season 2, you know that
Like
the
Tyler.
opening, like Tyler,
Hey man. Hey,
you know
man.
that the new opening song is pretty hype. Honestly, it's getting close to the first season opening in terms of which one's my favorite.
Whoa.
It's dude, this is a really good song. So the full version came out. They previewed it last week. His album came out this week. The artist Linked Horizon, and the full version has like little subtle references to the first opening and the second opening in the full version of the third opening. So I'm really digging this. I think it's on YouTube. You can probably pirate it somewhere, but go check it out.
I'm gonna
I
find
mean, if
it.
it's on YouTube, you could also just use a YouTube downloader.
You could, but it's like ripped off a radio show, so the quality's a little shitty.
Oh.
But like the real single dropped today, so that high quality stuff is hiding somewhere out there on the internet.
High quality H2O.
Hiding, quote unquote, somewhere.
somewhere.
Totally inaccessible on the internet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all we had for news. That was pretty good. We got like 40 last 2 weeks we were like 20 minutes of news. This was like 40 minutes of news. So.
Well, that's what happens when you pad it out with discussing which internet service provider is the worst.
Oh my god. Or when you talk about Magic for like way too long again.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that till they figure out what the hell's going on with Commander.
Or Standard. Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
That was just so stupid. Why did we even make that noise? All right, so we're going to take our break, our edited out break. And when we return, we're going to talk about video games we wished we could play. All right, and we're back from our much longer than normal break. But the topic today is games we wished we could play. Now, this is pretty broad, intentionally so. The idea here is kind of just for us to get a chance to basically go over games either we don't have time to play, like we own, but we just haven't had time to play, or games that we know we're never going to play because we don't really have an interest in them, but we recognize quality or the fact that they're cool, and we wish we could, like, we wish we were more into them.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I pictured it. So who wants to go first?
I'll say this just for Friedman. Persona.
I actually was going to say something like Persona 2.
And that's the thing, I have, like, I own, I think I mentioned this to you last week, Freeman, or Sunday or whatever when we hung out. Like, I own Persona 3 and 4. Like, I own them for, like, the PS2 and everything. But, man, like, I've tried getting into Persona 4, like, maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And, like, I think they're great. Like, hands down, listeners, if you haven't played Persona, you should at least give it a shot. Because, man, it's actually good.
It's
like,
such a
the
good
soundtrack's
series.
good. The battle system's pretty good. I like it. The concept's good. I think it's just the one part about it. I was talking to you. Was just like the dungeon diving, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So
that
like the
got
whole Persona
weird.
series is just very like, I mean 5 is a little different. 3 and 4 are just like very like dungeon crawler esque because that's what
Yeah.
Persona 1 was. And if you can't take that kind of grindy running through a hallway for 20 minutes fighting every enemy with like 1 health left, like if you're not up for that kind of game, it's annoying.
But man, it is.
But the payoff
It is so
worth it.
slice of life anime, though.
Oh my god.
I love
is.
it, dude. It's great. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
one. That's like a game or
Yeah,
a game
that's-
franchise that I've wanted to get into for a while. I just never really had the.
See, for me, I've barely even seen gameplay of Persona before, but I just hear so many people raving about it. Like my podcast, they're both gaming podcasts I listen to have people who every week are like, "Yep, still playing Persona, still great."
It's a long game series. Each one takes like 100 hours minimum.
Like I wish I could play something of that quality, but I know for a fact I don't have the time.
Oh, Tim, we should do a Persona 4 Let's Play.
Oh shit!
That would take weeks.
It would take four.
Freeman, I'm already doing Dragon Age Origins, and that's gonna be going into like next year.
Whatever. We already hang out like all weekend playing Magic. We're gonna go play a different game.
Just switch it over to
Dude, but then when are we
Persona.
gonna play Magic?
Never.
Oh my
Too many
God.
questions. We'll
Persona
figure it
is
out later.
life now, Tim.
Too many questions. Too many questions.
Persona is life. Nothing else.
Freeman, what do you got?
So still in that kind of JRPG series kind of thing. I've always wanted to get into the Tales of series.
Oh, dude.
I tried starting
Dude, so
on
good.
PS3 when Tales of Grace's F came out, and I think it was just because I picked a bad one to start on. But like the game, the first section of it takes place when like you and the main characters are all kids, and you're not really fighting monsters. You're fighting like animals that live outside your village with sticks, and then apparently it jumps to the present or future timeline where it's a lot more serious. But it had the problem I had with Kingdom Hearts 2, where they baby you for the prologue to the point where I wasn't interested in getting to like the meat and bones.
Oh.
So I haven't gotten past it. I really want to give it a shot. It's a cool combat system, like where positioning matters on the field. But I haven't had the time to sit down and sink my teeth in. And in that time, since I said I was going to, Final Fantasy 15, Persona 5, Pokemon, all these other RPGs have been catching my attention. So I haven't had a chance to really get into the Tales of series. But I own like 4 of them and haven't played a single one.
I might as well finish off the JRPG thing.
Yeah,
Not really JRPG, but Japanese for sure.
Yeah.
Freeman, I know this weekend I played some of the Yakuza 0 soundtrack
God,
for
it's got
you.
such a good soundtrack.
And I watched the same people who I'm watching do a Let's Play of 0 did a Let's Play of 4 that I watched years ago. And man, that series, like especially with 0, looks so funny and so good and so... It just looks like such fun to play and watch and experience. Like watching this Let's Play of Yakuza 0. Like, okay, so last night, oh my god, the episode that came out yesterday they're running away. The main character's running away from the Yakuza, and he runs into the sewers, and a light turns on at the end of the tunnel, and it's this guy you fought before on a motorcycle with a big freaking pipe, and he rides down the tunnel towards you. And what does the main character do? He doesn't dodge out of the way. He just raises his arms and just takes the hit on his arms.
What a god.
Oh my god.
He falls over, and then the guy crashes his bike because of the impact, slowly walks towards you, just like monologuing at you and dragging the pipe through the waters. It scrapes along the concrete, and then he finishes talking, and he swings the pipe in like this huge overhead swing, and your character blocks it again, and then it flashes the text saying that you're fighting and who you're fighting now, and it switches into the fight mode. I'll show you guys the cutscene after this. Like, it is so hype and so awesome, but at the same time, there's so many dumb, silly things in that game. Like, you find playing cards of just, like, Japanese girls in bikinis, but at the same time, it has this awesome fighting system, and the story is both hilarious and awesome at the same time. Like, it is so sick. I wish I could play the Yakuza series, but, like...
You're selling me on this series a little too hard here, Tim.
No, but it's funny. Like, so the episode that came out today, what number was it? Let me just double check. Episode 39 of their half-hour every episode Let's Play, like I do. They are less than halfway through the game, apparently, according to a lot of people. They keep saying, like, people are saying we're not even halfway through the game yet.
Wait, how many episodes are they on?
They're on 39, so they've been going for about 20 hours on camera, and one of the guys has been playing off camera to get money and do side quests.
Sounds like a Japanese game.
But
It does sound like a Japanese game.
But I remember I feel like I want to go back and rewatch 4, and apparently they're all just really good to really good. Like, apparently 0 is one of the best ones, but all of them are supposed to be good games. I don't know. I just wish I could.
I want to as well. Like, I've seen and heard good things about it. Like all the campy shit like you talk about, like I've seen and like videos and stuff like that. I'm like, holy fuck.
And it's so hype. Like, Freeman, like I said, when we went to get Wendy's over the weekend, I was playing the soundtrack, like one of the boss themes, and it's like na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It was so hype.
It's such hype Japanese music. It's so cool. Anyway, Tyler, go ahead. Lead us out of the Japanese bubble.
Lead us out of the Japanese bubble. What game? Oh yeah, Psychonauts. This is like one game in particular.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like these are one of like those. I guess now they're starting to reach the realm of like classics, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like Psychonauts, I played a little bit of it. It's just the time I bought it, which was like a couple months ago. I think it was more than that, but like I got it for like $3 on Steam. Like, I'm gonna see what the hypes of like is all about for this game. I've seen like videos here and there, and I heard like, man, this game is so amazing, and like I played like the first hour, and I'm like, I see if the game, like, the writing is just hilarious. The writing's great. Some of the character design's pretty great, and like a lot of
the gameplay though.
The gameplay is great. The gameplay is like is some of the most different stuff I've ever seen.
Wait, but then why'd you stop?
What do you mean? Oh no, I was getting into more things.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That dramatic pause for effect. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
Build up.
Yeah, so yeah, like there's a lot about the game that I just really enjoy, especially from games of that era. Like it felt a lot more akin to like Ratchet and Clank or the Jack franchise, right? Like it was all like this kind of third person action platformer game that had like a bunch of comedy in it, right? But like it was definitely different than those games because you use like your psychic powers or whatever to overcome like these puzzles and everything. There wasn't a lot of shooting, so to speak. But it like I said, it came out during a time where other stuff came out and it got buried, which seems to happen a lot. Like I start playing a game, and all of a sudden this new game comes out, and I'm like, well, I feel like I have to justify my purchase. Slash, I want to talk to my friends or whoever about this game, so I gotta play this.
So you just kind of put it on the side because of new things coming out when you bought it.
Yeah, that I feel like that's the root of like a lot of games that are going into my backlog.
Oh.
That at least that's with me. Like I want to go back and play
See,
these older games like Psychonauts.
See, with me, I try to buy games so rarely that it's not even a question for me.
The problem is
Yeah,
Steam sales always do
have
me,
a
and I
lot
buy
of
a bunch of games
games.
at once, and then I can't play any of them.
That happened to me years ago when I
Yeah.
spent I did a video where I showed how over the course of a Steam sale, every single day I bought something and I spent like $200. But I just can't. I just don't do that anymore because I recognize that I have so little time to play, and a lot of the time it's fine for me to just boot up League or something else that I've played a bunch. Like I don't need to play something new.
Mhm.
Plus, the other problem is for me, it comes down so often to I'm probably going to record this game. I really want to kind of save it for that, and then I just don't have time to
yeah.
record ever. Freeman, what else on this? On
So
this not train.
'cause I know Tyler's played the series. Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
not gotten a chance to play either part of it. Was it Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain? I
Yeah.
bought it right
I mean,
when I got
Phantom
a PS4.
Pain's kind of the whole game.
It is.
Ground
Like the
Zero's
first
kind of
one
its
is
own
like
side
the
thing.
prequel. It's like
Yeah.
the first part of it. But point is, I
Ground
didn't get
Zeroes is yeah.
I didn't get a chance to play it. Like I got it with my PS4 as part of some bundle or whatever, and then I just didn't touch it. And part of me doesn't want to just because I was a huge like when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, I hadn't started playing the series, and I said before I play 4, I gotta play the entire series. So over the course of a summer and a little bit of fall, I played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 back to back, and it was great. And then I played 4, and 4 was like honestly a pretty good conclusion to the series. I was satisfied with how they wrapped it up, and they're like, oh, let's go back in time again for Peace Walker, and it was okay. I didn't like the controls on PSP, but it was a solid game. And then they're like, okay, let's do 5. It's a sequel to Peace Walker. And I was like, okay, well, I don't care anymore. Like,
I don't
you
care.
like you wrapped up
anymore.
the series. Like, this is probably gonna be a fun game, but like, I don't need to know what happens next. I know what happens to Big Boss. He's the villain in Metal Gear 1. Like,
Yeah, I feel like it's just one like Metal Gear Solid 5 was just one of those like fun games, I guess, because I guess Kojima really wanted to do like an open sandbox game.
yeah, he wanted an open world game.
I mean, I thought the game was fun. I didn't give a shit about the story. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone really did because, like you said, everybody knows what happens.
Basically, but that's the thing.
Right.
I love Metal Gear Solid for the story. Like, we were
Yeah.
discussing this the other night. Like, one of the save screens in Metal Gear Solid 2, where you go to just save your game and you're suddenly stuck in this 50-minute conversation about how your wife is cheating on you. Like, that was what I loved about Metal Gear Solid, was this, like, just the random conversations, the lore in the background. What's his name? Johnny from Metal Gear Solid 4 was shitting his pants through one of the levels. Like, this is stuff I really enjoyed and thought was hilarious. And by the time 5 rolled around, I'm seeing GIFs online of people just doing, like, dumb stuff, like attaching balloons to people's cars and having them fly away. I'm like, this looks cool, but, you know, I don't
Where's
care
my
enough.
story?
It's
But,
if
yeah.
you're more into story, I won't lie to you, it's not that kind of game. Like if you like Metal Gear Solid for the game, like I liked it for both. Like the game I came for the story actually. Like how I got into Metal Gear Solid was I came for the story. I ended up staying though for the gameplay. I really enjoyed the gameplay.
Did you play any
Oddly
of
enough.
Metal Gear Online when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out?
No, I didn't play any of that. I only played this Metal Gear 5 because no one I knew at the time was playing Metal Gear Online for
Yeah,
Metal Gear
basically.
Solid 4. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna even give it a shot. But I heard really good things about it though.
Yeah, one of my coworkers, he used to like play competitively. It was an interesting system. I never understood how you could hide under a box in the game where everyone's aware that every character can hide under a box in that game.
Dude, it works. I'll tell you right now, it works. People are fucking stupid. Like, I don't trust cardboard boxes. I like when I played Metal Gear Online, I would shoot boxes, but like, I would never hit anyone. But I would use the cardboard box. People would walk up to me and like, or walk around me, not even assume that I'm in this cardboard box, and they would just get wrecked. And I'm like
it's such an obvious strategy that no one pays attention to it.
Yeah, no one pays attention. Everybody's like too busy like trying to like shoot everybody with their automatic guns. Like I assumed that like okay, tactical espionage action, right? I figure everybody's gonna
The
pick
tagline.
yeah, like they're gonna pick like the like the stealth classes. Everybody's gonna try to sneak around. No, motherfuckers go guns blazing, right? And if you pick the stealth class, like you almost get wrecked every time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like it's some parts were fun. They had to fix a lot of it. None to keep me staying though.
Yeah. While we're still on the Metal Gear Solid topic, I just thought of this while talking about this, but I still need to play Metal Gear Rising.
Oh God.
Oh, dude, that's worth playing.
Dude, it's a fun game. Like I've played like a platinum game. It's a platinum games. Yeah, the one that makes Devil May Cry. They made Bayonetta. I like that style of game. So I know I'm gonna love Metal Gear Rising. I just need to find time to sit down and play this.
See, I don't even care
game.
about like I think that's honestly I didn't even have it on my list, but that's the kind of thing like I wish I was good enough at platinum games to play like Bayonetta and Wonderful 101 because I tried Bayonetta like a demo years ago and I was terrible.
It's honestly hard for what it is.
It is a
I
hard
didn't like.
game.
I hated the final boss in that game.
But Friedman, you can't listen to the Yakuza 0 soundtrack and be like, that's so hype. And like Metal Gear Rising is like taking that hype up to 11 all the time. That game is so stupid.
I've watched like half the boss fights on YouTube just to see how
the intro
it's
frickin' boss fight is fighting a Metal Gear and like having a sword battle with it.
The part where he blocks one of the shots and then he flips the whole thing
Throws
over
the whole
and runs
Metal
up the
Gear
side
over.
and he's slashing along. Oh my god, that was the coolest thing ever.
God, I can't.
I think the second boss fight, you're literally thrown to the top of a skyscraper, and then it shoots a barrage of missiles at you, and you jump from missile to jump back down and kill the boss.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
It's so hype.
I
That game's
refuse.
so
Yeah, I want to play this game.
Tyler,
About
if
about
you don't want
games,
to, if you don't want
what?
to play it, just watch my Let's Play.
I could just
Oh,
watch the Let's Play. Like I don't know. Like when that game, I think it's because I hated. I think I did talk about this
Yeah, I think
on the
you did.
show, but man, I
You don't
don't
like
like riding. I don't like
That's
riding.
fair. Look, I know
like
nothing.
riding. I do
Look,
love riding.
unlike you guys, I've played 0 other Metal Gear games. Never really felt the inclination. But man, Rising, you don't need to know anything, and it is so dumb and
But that's
so
the
great.
thing. So like, I was like you, right? Because I'm a late bloomer to the Metal Gear franchise. Like I played it when I was a kid, but like in '97, I was a fucking kid. The only games that I could really play was like Putt and like fucking Math Blaster.
Oh
and
man,
shit. I couldn't like.
Humongous
know,
Entertainment was the shit in the 90s.
It was, but I couldn't beat like Metal Gear Solid, like games that were designed for adults, right? I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and then it wasn't until like high school, right, when 4 came out, I like beat 4. I'm like, you know what, I did like the weird thing. I like beat 4, and I was like, you know what, this got me into playing the other games. So I end up getting to
piqued
Sons
my
of Liberty, and I'm like, man, all this guy does is complain. I literally just saw him stop an entire boat. He stops an entire boat in
Are you
4.
talking about in 4?
Right?
Dude, all right, hold on, but he has a right to complain in 4 after all the shit that
That's
happened.
fine. I'm complete. I was like, throughout 4, I was like, yo, Ryan's cool. I don't see why people hate him so much. Yada, yada, yada. I pop in Sons of Liberty. I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude doesn't shut.
See, he
Yeah,
doesn't have
I
that
know.
problem
You're
in
a child
Rising.
soldier. We get it. You had a rough life. You had a rough life. Right. Your
Tyler, he
wife
had
is a
such
piece
a
of
rough
shit.
life.
I don't care
he
if
had
his dad's
such
the
a rough
president.
life.
Spoiler. I don't give a shit.
He had such a rough life, though.
Dude. But both Snakes never complained that much. Well, Solid Snake complains sometimes, but like not on the level that Raiden did. Oh man, he sounded like a complaining kid around every corner. He's just like, oh, woe is fucking me, man.
No, it's okay because in at the very beginning of Rising, he gets basically the lower half of his jaw replaced with metal, so his voice goes all gravelly.
Yeah.
And then when he complains, it sounds much more manly.
Man, I bet Hideo, right? I bet he was like, "Oh shit, everybody's supposed to like Raiden. How do we make him really cool? Oh, that's right. We make him Genji
Make him
before there's
cyborg.
a Genji."
Make him
No, I remember what
Genji.
happened. It was the E3 where they first announced Rising. They didn't know what the gameplay was going to be. They just showed off the slicing demo where it's just Raiden slicing watermelons, and everyone's laughing. He's like, "Oh no, they're laughing at my masterpiece Raiden. How do I make him look cool? Quick, call Platinum Games. They know how to do this."
They know how to do it. They can
And
do
then they'll
it.
just slap metal all over him.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Like-
what he was.
Like at the beginning of the game, he has a suitcase that's just sword sized, and when he opens it, it's like it opens from the bottom, and his sword just hovers there because it's like magnetized to the case. It's the stupidest thing ever. It's hysterical.
All right, we spent a little too much time on Metal Gear.
Fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Well, I'm gonna go to a series where I also still haven't played any of it, and I should. I messaged you guys about buying the third game in this series a few days ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I bought Assassin of Kings during one of those Steam sales, and I was like, okay, tutorial's a little tough, but not too bad. And then you get to the first real fight, and you're like, this is really hard. And I'm like, man, I can't beat this first fight, and I've died 10 times. Maybe I'm done with this game.
Damn. Damn. See, that was me. That was
but
me
then,
when Tactical Espionage Action came out.
But then I read the books recently, and now I'm like, I gotta play it. So now I'm gonna play the third game finally, eventually, but still haven't, and still probably never gonna go back and play Assassins of Kings or 1, assuming I ever even play or beat 3, because I gave them my money and I'm fine with that. But it would be nice to beat the game.
Wait, how does that game rank in difficulty compared to like Dark Souls?
Not as
I mean,
much.
Dark Souls is
Not even
probably
close.
harder, but the systems in Witcher are so much deeper with like the whole how magic works.
Oh
and
yeah, it's
stances of
so-
fighting. It's like the systems are so complicated so quickly.
There's a lot.
just
There's just a
so-
lot to digest.
It's seriously like one of those games that starts you off. You take one step and then you're rocketing up the side of a cliff in
Oh,
terms
damn.
of difficulty. It's like, help me out, meet me a little bit halfway game. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I also agree too. I need to do that too.
But
Because I have
three is not
Assassins.
supposed to be as annoying.
Yeah,
And maybe I'll go back and try 2 again because I know there's also mods that make it a little easier.
and you can
like, I'd
make
love to-
mods.
Well, but I'd like.
Look, we already don't have
I'd
enough time to
love-
play games, let alone make
Yeah.
mods.
Yo, man, I
Um,
tried for like a hot minute for Killing Floor 2. But that was back when I had a job where I literally walked, like I went there, and like I could have watched anime for 8 hours. Shit, I played
The
XCOM.
best kind of job.
I literally went to work just to play XCOM,
Nice.
and that was it for 8 hours a day until I beat it. I was just playing XCOM or watching The Shield. God, I got
There
paid
you
way
go.
too much for that job.
Yeah, not gonna lie, but that's okay. But yeah, Witcher. I gotta go back and play it, and I don't know, but I'm sure there's things for 2 to make it a little simpler, and 3 is supposed to be more reasonable. But I think I might just force myself through now that I know the story, and now that the TV series is coming out. I just gotta get me some Witcher all the time, man.
Word. Yeah,
Definitely.
I need to too, and I need to finish the book so I can actually talk to you about them.
Seriously.
I'm the worst. I thought I was gonna finish Dragonheart. I'm also the worst. I'm about to finish Dragonheart. Shit's only like 200 pages. I should have finished it by now.
All right, Freeman, what you got? Or Tyler, sorry.
Oh, me? Alright, so I'm looking through like my games, like my physical copies, and I was like, holy shit, that's right, I need to play Baldur's Gate.
Oh,
guys heard of
What
those
is this?
games?
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate. It's
Oh,
one of the.
Baldur.
It's the original.
I thought you said Ballers Gate.
Baldur's
It's-
Gate, dude!
Baldur's Gate. That'd be sick. No, but Baldur's Gate is one of those D&D storylines that was turned into
Yeah.
games. Like
Oh, cool.
Obsidian and BioWare actually did them, right? Didn't BioWare
Yeah.
did Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, actually, wait.
Damn, what year is this?
This is like
It's really
2002.
Yeah, it's real old. They re-released
2003.
them in the last few years.
But yeah, I've always wanted, so I was like seeing this girl for a while.
No, this came out in
And
'98.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's.
I was
figured
talking
it's that
about-
old.
Yeah, I was talking about the ones on PS2, because those are the ones
okay.
that I have. But yeah, I was seeing this girl like a while ago.
Really, a
And
while ago.
It was. I mean, well, I don't know. Yeah,
No.
no, it was like back in like 2010, 2011. But yeah, she was moving, and her brother got all these PlayStation games and GameCube games from this guy who just didn't want them anymore. And he's like, yeah, and he didn't even know the worth of these games. He was like, yeah, I don't want them. And I even told him, I was like, listen, you got some, like, because Baldur's Gate 2 and Baldur's Gate 1 total almost, I think, maybe $60, $70 now still.
Wow.
Yeah, like, they still retain, like, a lot of value. And I told him, I was like, yeah, some of these are worth some money. And he's like, I don't really give a shit, you can have them. So I was like, sweet. And then they had Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 2 in there. I was like, oh man, I really need to play this. Never got a chance to play it.
That is an attitude I can definitely relate to more and more as time has gone on. Like, it's just not worth it. I don't care.
But man, like, I've heard nothing but good things about it, though.
No, yeah, I totally hear you.
So yeah, one of these days, hopefully, I'll plug in my PS2 again and start playing it. And so yeah, that's
got
about
anything
it for
else?
Yeah, I have a bad habit of buying games on Steam just purely on the aesthetic of the game and not looking into anything else about it. So I've got a couple. Like one, I really want to play this, and I saw the first trailer, and I was like, "This looks insane." Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, yo, I have that
Oh,
game.
man.
Dude,
that
this game
is
looks
great.
so cool, but
I
I
remember
literally
that game came
never
out on
play it.
Kickstarter. That game's supposed to be real good.
It's so good. If
I
you
know, I've heard
like
nothing
Dark
weird things
Souls
about it.
and Legend of Zelda, that game is for you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really solid, Freeman.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's
I
what I'm
love
excited to
that
play.
game. And you already know I have like a hard on for like that 8-bit like
Yeah, you
shit.
do.
I love that. That's my.
Definitely. And kind of in that same vein, I bought Child of Light just based off of hype. When I actually watched the gameplay
Oh,
videos
man.
after I bought it, I was like, "Oh, it's this game." But the artwork for the
That
game
game
looked
I
great.
actually
and-
remember being like one of those cases of the artwork's super beautiful, but the gameplay's not
Yeah,
super
that's
amazing.
Basically my opinion, but I still want to at least play a little bit of it. But the last one, I'm not sure if any of you guys have played it. The game Bastion.
No,
I
I've seen
know of it. I
videos.
have it. I'm
I-
looking at it on my
it's
Steam
the
profile
fact
right
that
now.
This game is narrated is hilarious, and it just makes me want to play it.
Oh man.
Like
Those are the same guys who. What did they do right after that? Transistor.
Oh yeah, I heard that game was a lot of fun. I had a friend who was like
Bastion's
really
the game
into
they
that
made before that.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
Is it the same kind of game?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
same kind.
remember.
Well, it's a similar kind of top-down actiony game,
Oh, gotcha.
but I think it's got a lot more humor and lightheartedness.
Gotcha.
I think. Don't take that for.
I
Don't take that
Check it
as
out.
gospel.
I got like two
Um,
more interesting games unless you want to just rapid fire them real quick.
I mean, we can just keep going.
Oh, we can
Like,
keep going
I could-
around. All right, if you guys still got
I-
ones to do,
I
let's
mean,
keep
I
going.
don't mind keeping going around if you guys want to drop out. Like, I still got more to.
Oh
like,
no, I
go
got
over.
more. I got deep
What-
down the barrel.
So this goes back to the whole. These games are old and super complicated and haven't aged amazingly well. I actually just thought of a second one, so I'm going to lump these two together. The one I thought of before was System Shock.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard about that game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw in the original Deus Ex. Games that are like that really classic 90s early 3D game where there's so many cool ideas, but the gameplay hasn't aged as well,
Oh yeah.
and it's kind of dense.
Yeah, those games
and
have not
I just
aged
don't
well,
have the
unfortunately.
time or deep enough desire to be like, this story is worth it.
Yeah,
'Cause it's like I can get other good stories without having to dig and work so deep.
Yeah, and
So
I'll
it's
tell
like,
you,
I'm not gonna do this.
System Shock is hard. Did you play System Shock yet? Or at least like a little bit of it?
I tried to play 2 for like 2 minutes, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I played
This
for like,
interface, I can't.
let's see, how much does Steam clock me in at?
Well, the other problem is honestly,
Yeah, a half hour, and it was really hard.
the other problem is trying to get these games running on a modern system without an HD remake
Oh
is
my God,
so
dude.
difficult.
Oh yeah, and then you end
It's
up with it like
difficult.
being on tiny on your screen because the native resolution is really small.
Yeah, or it
Yup.
crashes every 5 minutes, or like any of these things. Like, it's so annoying. But yeah, those two games kind of lumped together for me are the ones I can think of right off the top of my head that are like, this is an old classic that I recognize that I'd probably love if I could play it. But man, is it impossible to play.
Yo, it's fine. Just go, let's see. Let's look at the System Shock 2, oh, does it not tell me? I was looking for the system requirements.
That's how old it is.
There is a remake being made by a fan studio, I believe, or maybe it's even official now, but I don't think it's out or anything yet.
Remade version by Night Dive Studios is scheduled for next year. Yeah, I think it's a legit remake.
Yeah, it's a remake, but it's not out yet, and even when it's out, I don't know if I'm actually going to dig that deep in and go for it.
Yeah, so at that point, is it even worth it? Who really knows?
Exactly. All right, Tyler, you got anything else, or are we just are you out of the list?
I know I got other stuff. Oh, yeah, here's one. This will probably be my last one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay.
Alien Isolation.
I heard that one was good.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and I played like a half hour of it. I was like, man, this is actually a lot better than I thought it was ever going to be. Like, I heard mixed reviews about it. And then I bought it because it was like, I don't know, $10. It's like, maybe I'll get around to it. I really enjoy horror games. You guys know me. I love playing horror games.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Outlast 2 over here.
Oh, man. Actually, I didn't get a chance to play like I thought I was. Or no, I did. I played some of it.
Just kidding. I played lots.
I played some, and Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, so Alien's cool, though. So it's almost like the same kind of nostalgia, right? Tim, you played the new Battlefront, right?
For like 20 minutes.
For 20 minutes. Well, you know, like a lot of the sounds are like really nostalgic, or like a lot of like
they freaking better
guns.
be.
Yeah, like the sounds are really good. Like they're really authentic to like the movies and the franchise and everything. That's what made that game at least promising for me, and that's what Alien Isolation kind of brought to the table. It took all those elements from the movie franchise, right? Like how all the phones are set up, how all the holograms are set up, right? And it's almost like it's got this 80s vibe to it, even though it's supposed to be like distant future. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still pretty cool though. Like it makes atmosphere really well, like, and also the lighting. Like the lighting, they did a really good job with setting it up. I don't know what happened though with this. Oh, that's right. I purchased this last July. So that means I was playing Overwatch instead. That's exactly what that means.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Freeman, got another one?
Yeah, so this one, I want to play it, but I'm not going to buy this game out of principle. It's Square Enix released Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
Oh, get the
They're
fuck
running out
out
of
of
numbers
here.
before Kingdom Hearts 3 happens.
Oh,
and despite my rant the other week about why I don't like Dream Drop Distance, I love Kingdom Hearts as a franchise. But with this particular 2.8, like they released 1.5, which was basically the first half of the series remastered. It was great. I bought it for PS3. I might rebuy it for PS4. They did the same thing 2.5 with the second half. And then like, oh, well, that one 3DS game came out and that one mobile game came out. What do we do? So they redid Dream Drop Distance. They made an hour-long CG movie to explain why the mobile game matters to the plotline. And then they put like a 2-hour demo of what Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be like that ties in my favorite game in the series, Birth by Sleep. And they packaged it. I'm like, oh, cool. You know, this is like barely any content. If they made this $30, I'd consider buying it. But nope, they priced it like it's a full game. So
yeah, of course they are.
I'm not going to reward their shitty business practice and pay them $60 to play a 2-hour demo for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'll wait to buy it on sale for $10 when it's what it's supposed to cost.
Just maybe. But that's a game I want to play. I should be playing, but I'm not purchasing it just because I'm not supporting Square Enix and their bullshit right now.
That's fair.
Because I need to rebuy the games mostly for like posterity reasons, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't know what happened to it. It's got to be somewhere, but yeah.
It's just gone.
Like,
yeah,
I'm probably going to, like, rebuy them.
I recommend getting the remaster copies. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They scale pretty well.
Yeah, I didn't have any of the remaster copies at all, because I was like, I only got the only 3 that matter. And Chain of Memories. I got the Chain of Memories, though, for PS2, because that was cool.
I can't stand that game. The plotline's cool, but the card game didn't... I don't think
it's all about the
well
plot
to the 3D.
It's really all about the plot.
Yeah, that's the only reason you're playing it. I'd consider playing on Game Boy Advance, like just fire up an emulator or something and try it out. But
yeah, it's
I was really shitty at that one.
It's super different. And then
Yeah.
what else came out after that? Dream Drop Distance. I like the combat, but everything else, like you mentioned, like all like
the
major
hardcore
flaws,
parkour was pretty cool, and they're
all the
bringing that back
major
for 3.
flaws. Yeah, I didn't like the going back in time shit. That was dumb.
Oh my god.
But nothing as bad as 358.5 days.
358 over 2 days.
That was by far
it was
one of
so
the most
bad.
abysmal games I have ever played.
It was so bad that during the remaster, they're like, "Fuck it, just redo the CG movies and don't do anything to the game. Just leave the game off the disc."
Yeah, which they
And
did.
it was worth it.
Because that game was bad. It was so
bad.
bad. Well, it's funny because people are like, people like Crisis Core to an
Yeah,
extent.
but the thing was, the PSP could physically handle a game like that. They had to downsize it so hard to get it to work on the original DS that you walk into a room like Agrabah was 3 rooms, no people, just 3 rooms and walls that looked like they were from Aladdin the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a good game.
Yeah, but I'm so excited for 3 when it comes out in like 15 years from now.
The fucking Tetsuya, like, I gotta work on both projects. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tetsuya.
Delays all of them.
You know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. Fuck
You don't know how you're doing it.
I'm surprised, like, he wouldn't be dead. If he's not dead after KH3 release, I'll be surprised. I'll believe that he's an alien.
I don't know, man. He's still
or
a young
he's
guy.
some kind of wizard, huh?
He's got a lot of years left on this earth to delay games for us.
Man, he's probably not sleeping. He probably is never sleep. But apparently at the same time, he's got, like, time to design these figurines for, oh, man. I forgot what the toy company is called. But, like, Tetsuya Nomura, right? He put, like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. He's, like, put his own spin on DC characters, like Batman.
Oh, did he just put, like, zippers and leather on them and shit, like his usual style?
Yeah, he puts out
Pretty
the
much.
artwork of, like, the crazy versions and stuff.
Yeah, like, he has a Catwoman, but the Catwoman looks exactly like one of, like, the Keyblade outfits, right? From Birth by Sleep. Like, exactly. I'm like, she's just missing a Keyblade. That's literally all she's missing right now. Like, the helmet style, everything.
Yeah.
Looks cool as shit, though, and I want it, I'll be real. Because I'm a fucking nerd.
I'm going to cheat for this other one. I'm going to name a whole genre. I'm going to say I wish I thought fighting games were cool.
Oh, man.
Because there's so much
sweaty.
Tech. There's so much tech and everything, and, like, every fighting game.
Too
Like,
sweaty.
one of the podcasts I listen to, one of the guys there plays fighting games a lot, and they always talk about the technicalities of playing fighting games. And I'm like, that sounds so deep. That sounds so cool. Man, I can't play that freaking game. That's impossible.
Hard ass. They're all about the hard ass reads.
It's hard.
Reads.
You got to be, like, deep into it to appreciate what's going on. And I'm still sitting in on, like, the shallow end of the pool, trying to figure out how to chain my combos.
Same. Yo, I play. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, I play Super Smash Brothers, right? Like, that's like the fighting game I play, and so I don't even play it well. Like, my other group of friends, jeez, like, they're on a whole nother level, and I go and I play other people. Like, they're like, man, you're so good. I'm like, dude, you don't
know how good good people really are.
You don't know how far this rabbit hole goes, dude. You're just a baby right now. Oh, man. If only people really knew, like, like, there's, like, other competitive things, but then there's fighting games that just goes, and it goes, and it goes, and...
It's such a deep rabbit hole.
And, man, you thought, like... Man, that community's so toxic, too.
Yeah,
it really is. I don't know why everyone there's so bad. Like...
Oh, I remember one
I don't
time,
know why.
though, there's a guy, I forgot what his name was, but I was watching this, was it oh my god, Mortal Kombat tournament, right? Like, MKX tournament, and this guy, he gets beat out at the end, like, it was like a best out of 10 match, and then he lost all 10 rounds. He got salty, he's like, no, it's bullshit. You know, if he didn't use this character, right, I would have won. He's like, we're gonna do an extra, like, 3 rounds. This dude, he got his ass kicked for the next 3 rounds. Yeah, it was pretty famous because after that, he lost his sponsorship. He lost all the other shit, like he was banned from going to any more like tournaments for a while.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
he literally pissed his livelihood down the drain because he was shit talking.
Yep.
And he was like one of the best players on the circuit. Like even though he got his ass whooped, he was still like in the top 5 of like best players. But like he just had to shit talk, and I'm like, I don't understand why people gotta do this.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
fighting
But
games, man.
I wish I recognize that there's a lot of good ones, and I wish I was smart enough to understand what's happening and to appreciate them. Like I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and just playing Dante and being like, "Wow, look at all these cool effects! I'm doing all these cool spin
No, those
moves, and all this
blasters
cool
during
stuff."
the ultimate. Yeah, dude. That game
And
was
it's like,
great.
But man, I'm not smart enough to really get what the hell's going on.
It's fine.
Tyler, you got anything else?
I'll also go with it too. I wish I liked RTS games.
That was
Fair
something I
enough.
was gonna bring
I know
up.
I
like,
played. I know I threw XCOM in there earlier, but man, like
XCOM's
those,
not really
yeah,
an
that's
RTS.
what I'm saying. Like it's a completely different, not so RTS. Like I'll play Fire
That's-
Emblem, I'll play XCOM, but they're not
That's
like
so
Command
much
and
more of like a
Conquer.
tactical. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
like a TRPG,
tactical-
yeah, like they're not like Command and Conquer. It's not like
StarCraft.
StarCraft or like certain aspects of Civilization.
So I love
Right.
RTSs, but man, I'm not super good at them.
Yeah, I'm really.
I don't
shitty.
have I don't have that Korean APM.
I love watching. Like they don't. It's not so much because StarCraft 2 is a dying game, but early on in StarCraft
Oh,
2,
yeah,
I
it's
loved
dying.
watching the competitive scene. So much fun seeing these guys just keep up 1-1, but at the same time, keep it up more like 500 to 500 based on action speed.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I wish I played a little bit more of them. Like I think I appreciate them as games. They offer a completely different spectrum of what people are used to, especially in terms of some strategy games.
Yeah.
And like they've been around for a long time. I just never got into them. Mostly, like partially, like I was just like, this is too much for me to like really sink my teeth into. I'm just gonna play, I don't know, Halo or some shit like that, where I can just point and click. At least that was like my young man mindset. Like I don't
Point
know,
and click adventures.
my point and click adventures. Fucking Halo BXR and RX. Just gonna stick to that. But yeah, maybe one of these days, but that day is not today.
No, I hear you. Freeman, you got a genre?
Yeah, I got a last one. This one's big because it's the biggest time eater of anything on the internet.
Oh, baby.
The MMO genre. Talk
about time eater. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
right. So I avoided going down that rabbit hole for the longest time because I have an addictive personality. I knew once I started a game, I'm going to be paying the subscription the rest of my life. But then Guild Wars 2 rolls around and they're like, it's no subscription. So I went deep on that and played that for like 3 years every day with my buddies. I'd come home from work and just hop on until I had to go to sleep. Eventually, I lost interest, and I always was trying to chase like, what's the next MMO I want to play? But like, you have to spend so much time just like getting up to like the end game of these games, where like the meat of the content is.
yeah.
It's like I don't want to go through 70 hours of grinding through dead zones just to get to the dungeons everyone's doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I love MMOs, and I'm
You
probably
could pay
never.
an additional $20 to get a maxed
fuck
out level character.
That noise.
I'm Blizzard,
But,
and I
yeah.
just print money.
I know. But in the meantime, I got Luigi constantly bugging me like, "You should play WoW. You should play WoW." And
Hell no,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm
Hell
not
no.
ready to trade away another 3 years of my life.
Don't do it. Especially like with a higher tier, like the way Luigi describes himself and the amount of times I see him
Oh
on
my
WoW.
God.
He is a higher
Yeah.
tier player. You don't want to fuck around
Yeah,
with Luigi.
I'm not trying to get in on that.
Unless he like
Yeah,
wants
no.
to start a new character and like introduce you to things, but past that, no way. I wouldn't recommend it. I love Luigi, but man, he would take me to fucking school and then like not even like skip like, oh, let's go to the forest. Like, nah, nigga, we going to space. I'm like, I'm not ready.
That's
Not
worse.
ready.
That's worse than you playing with Leslie.
That dude, it would be worse than playing with Leslie. That was just, oh man. She's like, no, and to this day she'll be like joking, like, oh no, I never did that. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
For context, she wouldn't create a new character with you and was just like killing shit at max level while you were at level 1.
Yeah, listeners, if you're trying to introduce a friend to a game, don't just like hit them with like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do everything. Like, no, you gotta give them a chance. You gotta ease
Gotta
them
let them do
into
the
it.
thing, but supervise them.
Yeah, like they have to have the experience. If they don't have the experience, then you're losing the
They're not
whole
gonna
point
get
of the
hooked.
game. And the game is all about the experience, no matter what, as long as they get an experience. Hopefully it's a positive experience, not a shit experience.
That's why you end up spending so much time. But I just, as much as I love it, I can't do that again. I can't get into another MMO. It's just, it's too much time.
Oh yeah,
it really is. It's almost like a time sink, essentially.
Yeah.
almost definitely.
But
100%.
my problem is with MMOs and other games like it, or like that have like similar principles, like The Division or Destiny, right? Like you reach that max level, like you beat this raid, and unless like there's like super hard raids, which WoW does, it's almost like you want to get to like just the next raid, right? Like the next like hard raid you want to do.
The gear treadmill.
Yeah, but the problem is, even in games that don't have those things, it's like, okay, well, what do you do? You beat the raid, you beat like the hardest shit in the game. Now what? Oh, now you gotta get like the best items. I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with the best items? Just get the best items for like bragging. I'm like, but what does that do for my experience? Like, is it fun? Like, are the stuff that I'm doing fun to get these things? Debatable. If you're into that thing, yeah, but like most of the time, like there's no fucking point.
Like, I know with Guild Wars, too, like, you get to the end game, like, it has that same problem, and a lot of people are like, oh, you make your own fun, you make a million characters, you get the legendary gear that doesn't have any stat bonus, it just looks cool, and honestly, that's kind of why I fell off, because I lost, like, a goal.
Yeah, also, you were looking for reasons to play the game. You're like, I like this game enough, but it feels like I'm looking for reasons to play the game, which I feel no game should really be. I feel like you should turn on the game, and you're like, yeah, I want to
know
do
why it's fun.
this. Yeah, like that was Destiny for me, right? After I beat like all the raids and did all the shit, I'm like looking for things to do. I'm like, why am I looking or thinking like spending out like parts of my day trying to figure out like, okay, well, what am I gonna do in this game now? Like, maybe I should do this, and it's just not fun. It just becomes like a chore at that point. Like it becomes work.
Well, I'm just gonna. I don't know if you guys got any more. I'm just gonna rattle off two quick ones I saw in my Steam library. One I still want to play. That it's mostly just because I haven't had the chance to LP it yet. That's what a couple of these are. Darkest Dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Tyler, I know you probably at least know what that is.
Yeah, I know. My friends have been trying to get me to buy that game for almost a year now.
I have a copy. I really need to sit down and play that game. That game is supposed to be really fun and really challenging, and I really want to try it out. And then we kind of touched on this last week. Games, like I said, we recognize are good, but we're never going to play them.
Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't get past those controls, man.
Good, man. It's so good.
I just cannot do it.
You make me cry.
You
know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back into the code. I'm gonna find a way, and then make it like Resident Evil 6 controls. It's gonna be super easy, but fuck it. The game's gonna
Honestly,
be super duper easy.
if they re-released Resident Evil 4 again with like
Improved
the
controls.
ability to have better controls,
no, they're not
but
gonna. They've so far
I
they've
know
re-released
because-
it like
no.
100 times.
No, I know, but it's because
What's
they
one more?
built the game around not being able to move and play or move and shoot.
Yeah.
And I recognize that, but I can't play Dead Space and then go back to that. But I recognize that Resident Evil 4 is supposed to be like one of the best games of all time.
One of the best games of all time. It's one of
Of
the best
all
games.
time.
Look at how freaking good it is. It's
Actually,
amazing, but
that game like helped me want to like decide like or that was like the first game I ever played where it started to make me think critically about the game and like what I liked about games in general.
Mhm.
That's why like it was such a cornerstone of my childhood when it came to video games.
yeah.
Like it was almost like that door opening or like that light bulb that goes off and you're like,
Yeah.
man, like this is what makes a game and what I like it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. And that's why, like I said, I recognize that for a lot of people it's a really important game, but for me it's just
Right.
kind of do it.
No, that's fair. Sometimes you just can't go back to certain things because
Like that even goes into like the System Shock and Deus Ex thing. Like I recognize those games are fantastic, but I just good luck trying to get me back to play those games.
yeah. Actually, that reminds me of Max Payne. I went back and played Max Payne for the PS2, And man, like it's hard. It's so hard because like
Yeah, dude.
controls and everything weren't as tight as they were today. Like they weren't as smooth,
Mm-hmm.
and oh my god, just it was so clunky and it was so hard to deal with.
Seriously.
I got through it though. It was hard.
Well, I think we're going to end the topic here. We've been on this for like 45 minutes, and I'm sure there's more games we could name.
Yeah, the
If we
list
sat here
goes
forever,
too deep.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the closing stuff for the show. Follow up to last week. Freeman, you still didn't watch Dead Space Let's Play, so
I don't have anything.
there's no real follow up other than Dead
No
Space is still
follow-up.
freaking good.
Dead Space.
There's really nothing else to it.
It seems like a solid game series.
This year it's still like that's what we got right now. Q&A, there was only one question on last week's podcast. Tim, do you have a favorite story or thing that happened during D&D? There's even with these two guys who have only been in the D&D group that I'm in for like a year. We already have stories, but I've been playing D&D since high school with various friend groups, so I have a lot of stories that I don't really want to. Maybe we'll do like an episode. That could be a topic.
Our own Counter Monkey episode.
Yeah. For those of you if you're looking for D&D content, go watch Spoonie's Counter Monkey videos.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I've learned a lot from those. Just as Freeman Tyler have learned how he rips into Final Fantasy 10 and 13.
Dude, oh my god.
relentlessly.
Dude, he's
I can't
brutal.
watch those videos, man. Like, I'll watch his
Come
Counter
on.
Monkey videos and be like, okay, these are fine. And then we'll watch him, like, just, oh my god, just talking about Final Fantasy. And I'm like, dude. And I know he's a fan. I know he's like,
he
a
hates it
fan
because
of
he
the
loves
game.
it.
He legitimately totally is a fan. It's hilarious.
Like, you know he's a fan, but it's just like, geez, it just sounds so malicious.
Like
It sounds so hurtful.
I didn't bring it up, but on my list I do have the Final Fantasy X remaster. From like every time we talk about Spoonie, I want to play that game less and less, even though I know it's a solid game.
Oh my god. No.
He's working his magic on you.
I don't know, fuck you guys. I love that game. I love Final Fantasy X.
Dude, I don't know the game.
I
so
mean, I still
can't
want to play
comment.
it. But
It has its moments, but man, I like 10. Though I will agree that there are some parts in that game that are just like, Jesus Christ, why? Tetsuya, how'd you let this happen?
so I haven't give him free control over a game.
Yeah.
So that's all the Q&A and follow up. We really didn't have much this week.
Can I give him one D&D story that's funny? Like, we'll give him a little hint. Just a
Sure,
tiny one.
give him a little taste.
So it's the campaign we're playing right now, and Tyler's character has a catchphrase that he's had since the beginning. Which, Tyler, do you want to give the catchphrase?
What happened? How did I give you the catchphrase?
Oh, it was so. Where were we at? We were. Oh yeah. So it was when Val's character Nuriel and I got beat to shit by that rock monster.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was before that, because
Was it?
my story involves this. Yeah, like you already had the quote. Just tell him what you're saying was.
Oh, I ain't got time to bleed. If you watch Predator, y'all know what that is.
Oh yeah.
So you had already been saying at that point, and I remember we're fighting this rock monster, and my character had never shot a bow before, and of course I rolled double ones to hit Tyler.
Oh man, yeah.
And so you're like dead on the ground, and I think I'm one of two characters that has healing skills at this point, so I run over, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't let him be dead. And I rolled perfect to heal you. You wake up, and the first thing I say to your character is, you don't have time to bleed.
Oh. It was real good.
It's great, man. This past weekend has been filled with great D&D stories, like Guts attacking Johnny C.
Oh yeah.
That was
The Marvel Civil War of our D&D campaign.
I mean, Val's still upset about frickin' Dad getting killed.
The one member
Yeah.
of the team that didn't want to fight him dealt the
And
finishing
she
blow.
dealt the killing blow, and it was awesome. And she's gonna still complain about it, and I thought it was fantastic.
It had to. It
I'm
had to
like,
be her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
Of course, it had to be her.
I mean, it's super did.
It's super dead. I don't give a shit. I got 2 levels.
No, super did.
Oh,
She-
super did.
did.
Oh.
have to
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
Not super dead.
super did.
He's super dead.
Oh fuck yeah! I just want to play D&D, man.
I know you all do, and I'm like, man, guys, I want to play a game too, and you're all like, no. Tim."
Listen, You can't
It
just
must be
leave us on a
D&D.
cliffhanger like that.
Oh, yes,
can't.
you can.
I so can.
no.
It's
It's
not
making
even
the
funny.
campaign so good to have these cliffhangers.
I know. Dude,
I
I'm
needed
like,
closure, man. I was
I honestly
antsy.
prefer it. Like, I hate when the campaign ends in a nice, neat little package. Like, oh, it's fine. You go home. I'm like, all right.
It's
okay.
all the freaking Yakuza I've been watching because I gotta be like, I gotta direct this shit real well.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I gotta remember. I gotta show you guys that cutscene.
Oh,
From
yeah.
Yakuza. Oh, yeah, make sure something.
Oh yeah, but upcoming weeks. Tyler, go ahead. Or Freeman, go ahead because we did the other order. Let's do this
So,
order.
guess what game I'm playing this week, guys?
Oh man, it's not. It's not Halo 2, is it?
No, it's definitely a sequel, but
Does it involve summoning ghosty monster people?
by Personas, yes. I'm playing Persona 5 again still.
Oh, gotcha. So it's Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. Gotcha.
It's more like Final Fantasy 5, but yeah.
Final Fantasy V.
But yeah, this game is taking forever. Like, I beat the second dungeon last week, and
Well, it also doesn't freaking help that we're all hanging out all the
it
time.
doesn't. Like,
these
I was gonna
days.
say, like, Friday night I got like an hour in, and then I spent a majority of Saturday either at the gym or at your house, Tim. Like, that was my
you were
weekend.
at my house for most of the day, and then Sunday everyone's like, "Hey, let's just hang out again. Why not?" And then Ed's moving in
Oh,
2
man.
weekends, so you guys are gonna be. Ed's coming. Ed told me he's coming out this weekend, and I know he's coming next weekend because my friend Alvin's coming out. So, bada bing, bada boom. You guys are gonna be hanging out here a lot next weekend too, probably.
No, I can't. All right. Yep.
All right, good to know. So I'm gonna get barely any progress done in that game.
I mean, it happens. It's like
I mean, it's
dude,
not a
we're
bad
all
thing.
trying
It's
to
just,
hang out.
It just
I want to beat this game.
Just want to beat this game. You could be
no,
a
that's fair.
degenerate,
But yeah.
just stay home, be like, I'm sick.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I do that enough to other people just to get out so I can play Magic.
Tyler, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see. Playing out.
Oh yeah, we talked about movies last time, but we went so far ahead because nothing interesting is coming out. I think. Never mind. Go ahead. This
was
week's that shitty Pirates movie, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Tyler.
I mean, I did see Guardians last night,
Who?
Wait,
I
Freeman,
did.
you also saw Guardians?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, shit.
and it was everything that you and Leslie said it was, and I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
I really enjoyed that movie.
It's
Though
real good.
someone asked me this today, actually. It was interesting because they love action movies. They don't really give a shit about like character development. And so that's why I told him, I was like, listen, like, you like the first one? He's like, yeah, I loved it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell you, it's good, but it's not like the first one.
Yep.
Really, like, it's not
That's
as
what
much.
you have to say.
Yeah, action oriented. Like, you gotta go in with a different mindset. He's like,
Pretty sure we basically have me quoting that like last week.
yeah,
to
because
you,
it's so
Joe.
true. Like that is really the core of it, and it's good in its own way. In fact, I think
Yep.
that's how sequels should be. Like how the good ones, right? Like the good sequels are. They have like the characters setting up, like meeting for the first time and like doing some like really cool action shit, and then the sequels is like, you know, actually delving into the characters and like how they feel, so you can empathize
Especially-
with them a lot more.
Especially when it's about a team.
Yes.
Definitely.
Like
Yes,
it's
for
not like
sure.
like just off the top of my head like John Wick, where it's mostly just about John Wick.
Doing
Like
John
there's
Wick
not a
things.
there's
Yeah,
not a
you
team
can't spend,
there.
like,
it's
the
not
whole-
it's not an individual. Like this is a case of look at this team of people all teaming up and being bros.
Yeah, especially if
like-
it's a team movie. You don't have time to flesh out the characters 100% in the first movie. It's more about the dynamic, whereas you can flesh out
Exactly.
the characters in the next one because you already have the dynamic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So I think they did a really good job. I think they did this sequel right, how they should have done it.
Totally.
As far as other things that I am doing, I am hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna happen this week, but I might be doing my first playtest for my one campaign.
Have you figured out the gun mechanic yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Pathfinder.
no, not the Pathfinder one. I
Ooh.
realized that's like a little bit too busted for what I wanted. I got some other source material from a buddy of mine who DMs the other game I play in,
Yep.
and he's like, yeah, like try these out and see if these work. And there was one in particular that I was a fan of. It did the damage like kind of interesting. They also have some other mechanics in there for gun-based classes.
Okay.
I also looked at the stuff for Shadowrun, right? Because I never knew that was like a game. I knew it was a video game. I
Oh,
didn't know it was
yeah.
an actual tabletop game
Yeah, that's
until
where it
after you
comes
told
from.
me. Yeah, and then so I looked at that stuff, but it's like their systems are completely different than
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna use this. I might use this for inspiration.
No, there's even like a Warhammer one I've played like one time, but they use weird systems. They use like D100 systems instead of the D20 system. And it just doesn't. It's basically where you roll like 2d10s.
Oh, okay, and one is okay.
Yeah, it's kind of lame, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't really like it. I like having just one dice with a frickin' number on it.
Right. But yeah, so like I'm gonna do stuff like that. I've also been, like I said, testing out combat stuff. The only other real things I just need to do are see what kind of makes sense, because I want to have all the classes in there. It's like all the classes would be great. I just need to tailor them so it like makes sense to like what they would do. At least like look and see what I may not use, like what I may like just like you can't use this or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna try and get my first like one shot done this weekend, and then I'm also playing that other campaign and playing
Nice.
Overwatch.
Of course.
Overdank.
Yeah, man, gotta bring that up.
I'm doing pretty much the same as always. Got to record Dead Dragon Age. Played Far Cry Blood Dragon on my own.
I've been watching those videos.
Man, Far Cry Blood Dragon's cool, but man, is it not super well done, actually.
Oh, we
No,
were
it's
talking about
not.
this one on Saturday.
So I sat down and I was like, I got like a half hour. Why don't I just see how much I can do? And I cleared like half the outposts and half the side quests all in like almost no time at all. Because you can just walk into a base, kill the 10 guys, and then you get the base, and then you wander off and you either rescue a hostage, kill a rare animal, or kill a specific guy with a gun.
Yeah.
And then you've unlocked everything. Like, I did all of them. I'm now, like, I did every single side thing, and now I'm just waiting for, basically, I recorded Dragon Age yesterday, and today I recorded some, Command & Conquer Generals of the mod I don't want to play anymore. So next time I record, either tomorrow or like over the weekend, is going to be Blood Dragon, and I'm already done with all the side stuff.
Damn.
So it'll just be... The only thing I might do on the side is get collectibles, because some of the gun upgrades are collectibles, and I'm basically trying to get every single upgrade for the sniper rifle, because that gun is amazing. Because with the explosive bullets, it's like, why do I need to be stealthy? I just blow everyone up in one shot.
Yeah, that game is mostly I in my opinion, like I love that game, but even like I know it's like it's
The
mostly
theme
for
is
the
great.
theme,
The
yeah.
actual execution isn't amazing. Of like I'm sure once I continue the story stuff, I'm gonna think it's great. But like, just wander into an outpost.
Yeah, it's the
kill,
novelty.
Like,
it's just the
guys.
novelty, really.
Okay, they're all dead. Oh, are there any side quests here? There's one. Oh, sometimes there's two. Run off and do them both. Fast travel back. Okay, go to the other one. Do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. And it literally took me 2 sessions of like 45 minutes to clear every single outpost and side quest in the game. It's just too easy. So, but now I'll just power through. But I'm gonna try to also maybe eventually play Witcher 3. Get installed. Probably,
One day.
Probably not though. You know, knowing me, probably.
That's
not.
that's the sentence of the episode. One day or someday.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to talk about this week. So outside of this group of friends, I have one other who I just like exclusively watch anime with.
Yep.
And one member of the team,
The Monday crew.
the Monday, I call them the Chanime Squad. That's a dumb name, and I'll explain that later.
Anime Squad, I'm done. I'm done, dude.
Point is, one of them hasn't seen the show Steins Gate, and I haven't told you guys. This is like one of those shows that's on my top 10 list. The show is great. I love it.
Jeez.
It's a show about this group of college students who figures out how to send a text message back in time. And it's only 24 episodes, English dubbed if you want it that way. But this is a great show. I am telling you two as well as all of our listeners, if you want a good like psychological thriller anime, Steins Gate is pretty damn good. I love it.
Okie doke.
So watch it.
So watch.
So
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
I might, yeah.
But I think we'll end it here. We've
Yeah.
been going for another good hour 45. So we will call it a podcast.
Yeah. There we
Yep.
go.
It's a wrap.
So
It's episode
thanks for listening,
3.
everybody. I don't think we know what our topic is next week, or I wrote it down somewhere and forgot. So we'll do it next week, and you'll find out with us because I
Ooh.
forgot. But thanks for listening, everybody.
Yep.
We will catch you next week on the TNT podcast.
See ya.
See ya.